Hey everyone. So I have been doing a lot of plant chores this morning. I repotted 3 plants. I didn't feel like videoing, and it's really odd because I get really inspired to video, but then I decide I don't want to video. It's so weird. But I have a lot of back pain at the moment. So I've decided that I'm going to head to another Berns, which is a little farther away than where I live. And I thought maybe I'd take you along with me. And I'm actually, they won't have any pots, I'm sure, that I'm looking for. No one keeps nice looking terracotta. I just have to say, it's so frustrating to me. I want a terracotta pot, and I don't want, the norm red looking color pot. I find those just gross. But that's pretty much all they sell, either that or a sand color. I have purple, I have white, because I bought them from Amazon. Now I only have up to 6 is it 6 inches? Yeah, 6 inches for purple. I think I have one 8-inch that may be a white or a light pink. I can't remember, which would probably work. But I'm really looking for, the cactuses don't have that big of a root system, and I want something tall and thin, like my what do you call them? My pots that I use, my no drainage pots. You can get them very narrow because they're really made for candles. A lot of those are. And I really want that same thing for my cactuses, but it's almost impossible to find with terracotta. Now, I have considered using one of my no drainage vessels for my cacti. Now you're probably thinking, what? You can't do that. Well, let's think about it a second. I water my cacti today. We'll say every 15 days. We'll just say every 15 days. It could be sporadic. It could be a little longer too. And everything's in grit. Your pond, right? It's grit, but there's no fertilizer in it. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have to soak it. I don't have to have water go to the bottom and have a reservoir. I wouldn't want that with a cacti. I would simply want to wet the roots enough and have their surrounding stone wet enough that it stays moisture for a couple days, maybe even a week, because those rocks hold some moisture with the pumice in there and the lava rocks. That might work. But I'm not there yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that. So I want to go to this other Berns. I want to see what kind of cacti they have. And I want to look at their pots, even though I'll be disappointed. So let's just go see what we've got. And I may take you in there. I might not either. It just depends on how many people are there and if I feel like it. I'm pretty much the only one in here except for the workers. Look at all the poinsettias. It's beautiful. Look at that wreath. I think these are pretty. They're like variegated poinsettias. This is really pretty. I don't know all that noise is back there, but I love that right there. I bet I could probably keep these now. This is a climate. But last time I tried doing one of these or having one of these at my house, it didn't last very long, but Granted, I wasn't as good as I am now at keeping plants. There's a holiday cactus. My guess is this is probably a Christmas cactus, right? I had one of those once. This is cute. But I don't really want another one. You need to be more conscientious about what I buy. Okay. These cute little guys. My mom would love these. It's really hard for me to come here without her. She'd like those little pumpkins. There's some pots. So I have this already, these two. I just don't want any glazed pots. And that's all they pretty much have, except for the old ugly terracotta. Yeah, these are cute. But I hate those kind of drains. Those aren't very good. These aren't too bad. This terracotta is not bad at all. What is this? This is a tall 6.75 inch. All right, I gotta put you guys down. Okay, I think this would work. Look at this. I like how narrow it is. I like this one. I'm gonna get this. My question is, now this is 7.5 inch. I don't think I need a 7.5, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I wanted taller, not wider, so I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm gonna get 2 of them. One for my, I don't think my blue torch is gonna need anything that big though. But I like how long it is. That's the key here. I want the roots to be able to grow. So I'm gonna just do these 2, I think. Okay, so I'm getting 2 of these as well. I don't really want them, nor do I think I really need them, but I don't want to regret not having them. It's awfully big. I don't need that. No, I'm doing fine. Yeah, thank you. I love these so much. Right there. Look at those silver torch cacti. I'm really tempted. There's a lot more people here now. Look at this. I'm afraid to touch it. Optunia. Here's my favorite. I just love domino cactus. Even though I have one already, I'm tempted to buy another. And I really like this and this one. This is different. I don't know what that says. Cactaceae. So cool. This one fascinates me. But I don't like that discolored. These I don't buy. They get in your skin and it's over. This is very tempting for me. I love these. That's a fernwood. I had a fernwood once, a couple of them. I gave them to my mom and they never grow. They've never grown for her either. And that's just beautiful. They've got my wish list plant, except they don't have the pink. I really considered this one. I think that is beautiful. But I don't know. Don't know. I think this is another blue torch. Yeah. I already have that. Been wanting these. I think these are Oregon or something, or ghost cacti. They don't have any. I think that's what that is. But I don't want to get any right now. This little guy's cute. Some kind of mammillaria. Of course, it doesn't have anything, but it's cute. Thing that I think about on these, though, is mealy bugs that I can't see. Super nice. I keep thinking about them, and then when I think about where I place them, I don't know if I want one.
You doing okay over here?
I'm doing fine, thank you. See, that to me looks like a scale, but I don't know that. Maybe it's just scar. That sure is pretty. $42.99. The one online that I want that's pink is $65. This one keeps calling my name. That one's not bad looking either. See that cobweb right there? I bet you that's spider mites. Ugh. To wash my hands when I get in my car. Look at these Apenthes. They have stellar ones. This one here. It's only $36.99 for that. These are really cute. Gasteria. Probably some kind of euphorbia. I like these flapjacks. These are nice. Cute little succulents. Speaking of which, I forgot, they had some lithops over here, but those are not. These look pretty good, but I would much prefer buying where I usually do. That's not very attractive for me. This guy's thirsty. Is that Britannia, or what do you call them? I can't see it. Philadelphia, Brazil, that's it, Brazil. It looks thirsty. Oh, he's very thirsty. Just drooping. Watermelon peperomia. Of course, I'm not one to talk. I killed mine. Some alocasias. Some crackling rose. My hand hurts, guys. Look at the alocasias. This is unique. What is this? Chanterie. That's pretty. $26.99. Of course, it's not variegated, but it's pretty. Dragon scale. These cute little guys. The only Anthurium that they have. Is that like a bird's nest? It's big. I don't like it though. I like their air plants. I might have to go over there and look. We got some ties. Pretty sad looking ties. They want $89.99, guys, for this. It's a pretty leaf, but are you kidding me? I don't think they've come to YouTube to see all the big box store prices that you all have in your towns. My town certainly doesn't have it, but I know a lot of people do. I forget what you call this. I'm the worst. Yeah, Epipremnum Cebu Blue. Pothos, Scandapsis. Oh, wow. There's some, doesn't look good. The philodendron ring of fire. Look at this big ficus. Yeah, I'm not impressed, other than I am impressed with the mermaid cactus, and I'm impressed with the silver torch. So here are some air plants. This is the one I'm looking at right here. She's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. What will I do with another one? Do I need it? No. She's gorgeous. I like this too. I gotta put you guys down. That is so beautiful. Might have to get her to save her. These are neat. It's a little bit of a smaller one. There's a price tag on this one. Now when I bought my big one, it was close to $60. This small one is 48, or is it 44? 48. These are cool. You still have to be very careful with these, because when I brought my last two home, one was rotted, but I didn't know it. But I found some kind of a bug on it, and I don't know what it was. I don't think I got hurt by it. At least I've never saw anything. But you gotta be careful. These are cool. Look at this. That is unique. This is $26.99. That is so cool. What would I do with it though? I just think these are so pretty. This is moss. Right now it's really nice, but eventually it looks like this. Look at him. So pretty. I'm gonna have to probably get me him, or one of them. $59.99, so that's about the same price. So I got my other. That looks a little rotty to me, but maybe not. I don't know. Beautiful. And He's all wrapped, so I won't get him out. But I saw a Thai constellation in there, guys. After the debacle ones that we saw before it, and I didn't have you guys on. There's too many people, and I get so self-conscious about it. But the Thai is dark leaves, and it's beautifully face forward. And it was only $89. But I don't feel like repotting again, and I will if I get home with it. And I don't know, I don't really want another Monstera, but I keep thinking about my room where my mom's plants are going to be, and that it would be beautiful in there. But I'm not going to have any grow lights, so it's not going to be bright enough. But if I leave here and I don't get it, and it bothers me, I could come back tomorrow. So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, I don't know. And this is like 30-minute drive here. It's not that bad, but it is a beautiful Thai. I only had a few leaves, but what made me just take my breath away is the size is perfect. It's small. It's like a top cut, beautiful top cut. The leaves are thin. They're just dark and beautiful. Should I just go get it? No, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. All right, well, I'm going to head on home, and we'll see where this goes. I'm not sure. This may be it. Not sure yet. So future Sherry will figure it out. Hey everyone, this is the next day. You wouldn't believe my night. Well, maybe you would, as a plant collector enthusiast. But when I got home yesterday after going to Berns, I got busy doing, answering some texts with my dad. And I was sitting here in my chair, getting ready to get up, take a shower, and, get ready for bed and do all that nice stuff, right? So I'm sitting here, and then all of a sudden, I get up and I'm walking toward my tables. So this is the view from where I sit. And always over here, I had my silver torch cactus. And I have my monkey's tail, or I had my monkey's tail. So you're gonna know what my night was like. I have Big Boy down here at my feet. You're a good boy, Blubs. Yeah, you're a good boy. Always with his mommy, aren't you? Always with his mommy. And Shishie is too. Missy's right there, Daddy's chair. So I'm walking over here, and I didn't record this, and it would have been great if I did, but I was just like in shock. I'll insert some photos of it, but over here, my silver torch, there was three little silver torches, and they were all hooked together. And what I saw was one of them was like deflated, and it was like leaning over like this, but yet it was like it was losing its insides, and actually it was. I was like freaking out. I was like, wait, and I touched it and it collapsed. It was all hollowed out inside. I'm gonna turn you guys around. Yeah, it was all hollowed out inside, and I'm like, sorry, I'm holding my phone rather than with my gimbal, which wasn't really smart. But I was like, what the heck? What happened here? Uh, and so I immediately took it to the trash can and I dumped out all the grit and I the one silver torch that was hollow inside. I mean, literally when I just peeled it out and there was nothing inside of it. So I dumped all of the grit because that's all I had it in, except there was dirt around the soil because typically when you bring plants home, they have soil on them or when you buy them and you can't get in with cactuses, their root system is tiny like a lot of them are tiny like Hoya cactus or Hoya plants. So you can't get all of the dirt out without really hurting the plant. And cactuses don't like that kind of abuse. No plant really does, but they're cactuses and you don't want to be shooting water at them too hard when you bring them home to clean off those roots. And so when I got it all the grit out, and then I was really looking at the roots, there was no roots left. The roots were rotted off. I rotted the plant out, and I'm like, remember, it was in a glazed pot. I didn't learn my lesson, guys, from my lithops. I thought that if I put my grit in the glazed pot with my cactus, that it'll be fine. I had perlite at the bottom, but apparently that's not a safe way either. So that was my silver torch. So I ended up just tossing that. And I was like, here, I could have bought that one that I really wanted at Berns yesterday. And I've been actually thinking about going back and getting it. Someone's texting me. Hopefully you can't see that. It keeps showing up on my screen. But I'm like, I was like, maybe I'll go back and I'll get it. And I really thought I would go back today and get it. But now today is here and it's gloomy out. It's gloomy outside. And I don't know, I need to go see my mom. Oh my God, she won't stop texting me. Sorry. It's one of those friends that just don't know to send you one text and then that's it. You don't need a 5 bazillion line text messages. God love her. I'm sorry, I derailed. But so I don't know if I'm going to go back, but I did think that if I went back, I'd get that tie that I really liked. But since I'm hum-hawing around right now, I probably won't. I probably won't go. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, I don't know. And then I envision it. What I do is I envision it because the cactus would be here. So, and that one at the store was about that high, and inside of a pot, it may be even higher. Maybe it'd be about right here. That's pretty tall. And I don't know if I want that aesthetically under my table. I like the smaller cactuses like that. Even though I love the silver torch and I love it tall, I don't know if I would like that real tall look. I don't know. It did have a shorter one with it. I think it would be a beautiful add-on, but I don't know. Another thing I don't know are these lights. So my husband and I downloaded an app to help about the lux, and we it looks like, and I don't know anything about it, but based off what we've seen, when all these Barina lights are on, I'm getting over 2,500 lux. So I think also, and now this goes to another sad part of last night. So remember up here I had my monkey cactus. And to remember where I said I don't understand why it's yellow. The fur was yellowing. Well, it was not only yellowing, it was yellowing, but it was stopped growing its flowers. Like I noticed that it was not looking good. And so my husband actually brought it up last night after I read to him a article that, about, what caused my cactus to be hollow. It said also mentioned about discoloration that could be rot. So he suggested that I look at its roots, and I did. And there was no roots on one of the monkey tails, the one that never had flowers. It didn't have any roots. And the one that did have roots had you could tell they were stringy. They were stringy, like some of our aroid friends. So it also had rot. So I was like, well, what's going on here? Again, that was in a glazed pot. Glazed pots are bad, guys. Bad. No cacti in glazed pots ever again. I'm not going to do it. I'm simply not going to do it. So I was like, well, my only option at that point was to propagate them. And so let me show you what I did. I ended up propping all of it. So this here is the yellow that I was talking about. And I cut off, this was in dirt, but I cut off the cork, I guess it would be even the stem. So there went out probably about to here. And I wanted to make sure there was no rot, so I cut off all of that. And I also cut off this one as well. So you see here, it's going to take a couple days for it to, harden up. But this is the good one. This is the one that actually had roots. But I decided that I'm not going to take the chance, and I'll just see if I can prop these and get it to regrow. So this is the longer. This is the one that I would have cut. Like what I mean to say is I would have propagated these portions of the monkey tail in that cactus series that I did, but I chose not to do it. I wanted to wait. But look at you can see the difference, right? Look at the difference. This is the part that was underneath the light. And we believe that the light is what caused this issue. I also think it could have been the overwatering as well. But I don't know that for certain. I believe that, I don't know. I guess it could have been because I don't see, other than the hair being this discolored. You see green here, which means it's healthy. I read this morning, been trying to study up on it, and it says that if the cacti is yellow, if that's yellow, the stem, then that's the rot. But I don't have a yellow stem. It's just the hair is yellow, which and this was just simply corking. But the roots were definitely rotted. So I was very happy that my husband suggested I look at this, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able, it would have started rotting the stems and I wouldn't have been able to save it. Now, what I don't know, obviously, is how you propagate. I've read a couple different things where you wait till this hardens off. So I'll wait till this hardens off here, because this is what's going to go back in. So once this callus is over, I will have to consider, do I put it in the grit, which is where I'm going to put it eventually? And one of the things that they said was, one article says, don't water it. You put it inside the mix and let it grow its roots back. And you'll know when you tug at it And if there's a resistance, then you know the roots grew out. And it takes about, it could take months for the roots to grow out, I guess. But then my aroid side of me, and I think to myself, well, how is it going to root in a dry rocks? That doesn't make sense to me. And so then I could use cactus soil, which is not what I want to do. But if you keep that semi-wet, then some people said to put that in cactus soil and then put the ends in and keep it semi-wet so the roots will grow. But it made more sense to me to not keep a cactus wet, but I don't know that either. I mean, because then I think of these little guys. So the pups from my cacti, Carlos said to keep them wet. He said you've got to spray, you've got to keep them moist. You've got to keep them moist or they won't grow roots. So I think I'm going to go with this. I just put them in here yesterday, but these two, this is the Pink Storm, and this is the multi-color premium one. These are brand new pups from the new succulent I got, and it's the black, I think it's called the Black Widow Hybrid. But I can't swear if that's the full name. I got a couple different Black Widows that look different, but they're hybrids. So, but these all came off the one. They came off this guy here. So you can see how many I have. I took those off because I couldn't get that into this pot, and I needed my pot to get into a pot, and I wanted it to look right. So that is a Black Widow, and then this one's a Black Widow, but they're two different. I think this one here is a full Black Widow and not a hybrid, where this one is a hybrid. But anyways, I don't know. So I think I'm going to do this method, but in a few weeks, I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I think that'll only take a couple days to callus over. And, yeah, it'll take a couple days to callus over. So then I'll just stick them in some stratum and see how it goes. Look at my beautiful air plant. My Tillandsia, I know it's with an X. I don't know. Anyways, this is where I put it. I did have it up here where the little one is right now. But it was so beautiful here. I was like, I didn't really get to see it. And so I switched them out. I put the little one here, so then when I'm sitting in my chair, I can look at this beauty. I mean, she is stellar. Look at that. I'm so glad I bought that yesterday. It just spoke to me. I love these air plants, these Tillandsias, these large ones. Oh my gosh, they're so easy. Like I told you yesterday, you have to be so cautious, because if you buy one, I bought 3. The one I had to toss out, it ended up rotting. But when I brought it home, I didn't know that it was actually rotted. It looked like the crown had rotted, but I didn't know that because it was like really soft after a couple weeks. But it lasted a while. It's just, you just make sure when you buy them, if you ever buy one of these, make sure it's solid. Make sure you don't buy anything that has brown edges, and they're, you know, and make sure you buy one that looks like they actually cared for it, because that's what was missing on the other two when I bought this one. And that's why I think this one is, I'll turn the light on. That's why I think this one just hasn't really grown much, but it's healthy again. I water them not constantly, but they get watered probably every 20 days. And this is my one that you know, is the one that I love so much. Look how curly Q he is. But yeah, so this one is the one survivor of the two that, and I'm glad that it lived and it didn't have rot. So just be careful when you buy them and inspect it real well. And when you bring them home, soak them in the sink. I soaked mine yesterday for about 40 minutes to make sure there was no bugs in it. And they don't recommend that you spray these, so I did not spray it. I think it'll be fine. I mean, it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. I only found mealies in my domino cactus last week, and I've got root rot. I had root rot in 2 plants, the cacti. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. So I just think she's beautiful. I just sat back down and I forgot to tell you guys that I repotted my blue torch cactus last night too, just because I knew that in the pot that it was in, it was glazed and it was short. So I wanted to make sure, after all the debacle I went through, that one was going to be okay. And it was. The roots were great. The roots were actually hooked to the bottom of the glazed pot. And so I had to gently take it out, and it was great. I was so happy. I put it in the 6-inch terracotta pot that's purple, just like the others, and I'm hoping it'll be just fine. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, we're trying to talk here. We're trying to talk. We're trying to have a conversation. So, yeah, so I forgot to tell you guys that. So I had to do 3 repots last night, not planned, although I wanted to do them anyways. It was just forced. But I think my blue torch will be fine. I'm just going to have to be very cautious about when I water these. I mean, now I'm paranoid. Like, when do I water? How often do I water? I think I'm going to go back to forgetting about them. They seem to have done better when I did that. So, yeah. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you know that. I may jump back on here later. We'll see. I'm just going to kind of extend this out and see where it goes.
Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Nah.
Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve. So today I'm at work, as you can see. We have to work half-day holidays, or we have to work holidays. Like the day before the holiday, they give us a half-day off as a holiday, but they don't let you take 4 hours of vacation here. You have to come into the office and work your 4 hours, and then you can go home and enjoy the rest of your holiday. Now, I could take a full 8 hours of a vacation for today, and I'm like, I can't do that. That's just a waste of 4 hours that I could use somewhere else. So, and it's okay because nobody's here. I'm the sole person on this floor right now. I just walked around. Every place is dark except here. So I thought I'd hop on here and let you know kind of what my plans are today. So the video has expanded over a couple days, which I'm trying to get more relaxed with how I video. Wild Fern has really worn on me. I really enjoy her videos, and I want to kind of do the same thing if I can. I'm just not there yet. So anyways, so today, 1 year ago today, I wore the same short shirt as and pants. It's exact outfit except I have the sweater on. And I'm going to put the picture up from last year, and I'm going to put the picture up for just this morning. I am so proud of myself. I've taken such good care of myself health-wise. I don't see a difference. I mean, maybe a slight difference in hair color. I don't color my hair. Everything you see here is natural. And the only makeup I ever wear is lipstick. I adore lipstick when I feel like it. But yeah, I was like, I have to take a picture. Maybe I'll do that every year and see a progression. I've been at this company it'll be 20 years, January 3rd. And I'm hoping I can retire here. But things are really changing in the IT department, and obviously I'm an older woman, and they respect what I do and appreciate what I do. But if I have to learn Java, I have to learn new development software to be able to keep working here in the next few years. So, which I'm not really worried about. I don't want to lose this job. I really love it here. I like to retire here. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so my plan is now I think I'm going to go back to Berns this after I'm done here. So it's 7 o'clock here, so I'll leave here at 11. And I know Berns is shutting down. They have a half day today. I think they close at 2. So my plan is to go there and get my silver torch that I wanted, if they still have that one. I'm going to ask the lady to uproot it. I want it to go bare root. I want to look at the roots, and I don't want their mix coming home with me. And then I'm considering buying the tie. I really love this tie, and if they still have it there, I'm going to buy it. I'm just going to make that commitment now and buy it. If they don't have it there, then I don't have to worry about it. But it was so beautiful, and I wish I would have had you guys, I wish I could have videoed it when I was there, but as you know, I didn't. So yeah, so that's my plan. And then after that, I'll probably drop them off back at my house, or I'll just go directly to my mom's, and I usually only stay there 3 hours. Just long enough. She gets very, very, very tired. She does, and I know that she would never want me to leave. She always asks me to stay over or stay with her, and it just breaks my heart when I have to leave her. But this is life, right? So that is my plan for today, and hope you guys stick around. Still in the parking lot. When I went inside, I went to where my Tycon was sitting, and it was gone. there was a relief, but a very big disappointment. I was like, man, I should have gotten that. It was so beautiful. So I went and I got my cactus. My silver torch was still there. I had her take it out. She didn't feel comfortable getting rid of the dirt, but I had her take it out so I could look at the roots. It's probably about a 6-inch pot, so I went ahead and got a 7.5-inch tall, narrow terracotta. Not sure if I'll use it right away. We'll see. Once I get it home and I get the dirt out of it and wash the roots, then I'll decide what pot to put it in. I'm really hoping I can put it in my 6-inch for now, but we'll see. And yeah, so, oh, that's why I got distracted. So after I did that, I walked around again and I went to the Thai area, and lo and behold, the one that I wanted so bad, they had it in a different area getting sunshine. So they moved it from where they had it on a pedestal to in the nursery area where the sun was. Now, I'm very happy I got this. I really am. I just know I'm going to have to do a moss pole because that's the only way to grow Monstera in my mind anymore. So, but here she is. It's kind of hard to tell here, but she's just beautiful. I'll show it better once we're out of the car, but I'm really glad that I did get it. And it was $89, where something like that would have cost, oh my gosh, that would have costed, well, who knows how much, a couple hundred. My first one I ever bought that I got was like a single top cut, and it was like $200. And I was like, are you kidding me? But back then, that's how it was. Now you can get these so cheap. But obviously it's not huge. That's my front seat. But it's a beautiful, beautiful plant. I love how all the leaves are shaped. So, yeah. Anyways, so we'll see. I'll probably not record since this is getting pretty lengthy. I'll just show you what I end up with at the end. Talk to you later. Today is Saturday, and I don't know what date it is. I think it's the 27th. I just finished getting a massage, and it felt wonderful on my back. I'm still all groggy. I decided to come to the Green, which is a mall, outside mall here in Ohio. And I'm going to maybe get a bite to eat. Not sure where yet. Thinking of Cheesecake Factory. It's been many years since I've been there and treated myself to a piece of cheesecake, and I may do that today. Not sure, but so yeah, thought I'd just take you guys with me and see where we go from there. It's so pretty here. It's about 44 degrees Fahrenheit. A little nippy, but not enough for me to run into my car yet. It's very intimidating to be a creator out in the open. I'll just have to say it's not my favorite thing to do. But I had a really good lunch. I had the vegetarian burger. I did not have the bun. I had a side salad with nothing on it. I had lettuce wrapped around the burger rather than having the bun because that would destroy my blood sugar. And I had already decided that I was going to get the low-carb cheesecake. And it was delicious. According to Google, there was 37 net carbs in that cheesecake. And I'll be able to tell you if that was real or not within the next 35 minutes. So we'll see how I did with my blood sugar. I'm hoping that it won't be too bad, but you know, you never know because they add things in it that you don't really know that they put in it. Like it could have been bigger serving than what is actually served for the 37 net carbs, but either way, I'm going to enjoy it. And I've just left Books and Company. I haven't been in a bookstore in years. I'm not a reader. You know, I mean, I love the smell of books. I've always loved print. And so when I walk in there, it was just like, oh, this is great. I don't know why, but I always have. But yeah, so yesterday was hard at my mom's, very hard. It's hard every time I go over there. You know, I feel kind of lost. So I thought I'd come here today. Dad and I used to come here. We'd eat at Cheesecake Factory a lot when he lived here, and now he's in Florida. Yeah, but this is part of life, right? We have to learn to survive on our own. Of course, I have my wonderful, wonderful husband who I just adore, but we always do different things, you know? This is not his cup of tea. And I really do love doing my own thing. I love coming. I used to always take myself to lunch when I worked 4 days a week, 10-hour days. Now I'm back to 5 days a week, 8 hours shift. And just so I could try to sleep a little more. But I miss those days where I took myself to lunch on my Mondays and just enjoyed myself on that extra day. So since I'm still on vacation, it's like, why not? I need to do this. I need to get myself out of this rut. I need to get out of my emotional depression that I'm in and come back to myself. So, yeah. It's a great way to do it. Just have to force ourselves through the uncomfortable. Kind of like when people walk by and I'm sitting here talking to the phone. And I always think to myself when I see people do that, like they need to get a grip. They're too much in their phone, but it could be a creator doing what I'm doing. Who knows? So I think I'm gonna head to a couple other stores and then head on home. And then when I get home, I'm going to show you my purchases, and I'm going to show my repots that I've done, so we can end this planty vlog, I guess, week of whatever we want to call this. I don't have any clue. Yeah, I think you'll be impressed with what I've got done, and I'm just in love with what I did with Mom's plant. So, talk to you soon.
Where you babies at? Not greeting Bobby, you babies. Not even gonna greet me at all, are you babies? You babies, you babies. Watch out here. I see them. I see the squirrel out there. Sissy's gonna go and try and get him. Alright guys, I'm home. So I wanted to show my new plants to you before I close up today. And this is my new tie that I bought with you the other day. And I did not show you when I did not do a pot up with you. This was actually very difficult. This is not my first moss pole in no drainage, but it is for a Monstera. But I'm not gonna, I'm not an expert, but I am pretty confident that this is gonna work, but we'll see. I think she is absolute beautiful. That when I saw this, and I saw this particular one, I had to get it. It was only $89, which is a little pricey for a Monstera, but not really. When you consider something like that would have cost over $1,000, a year and a half ago, maybe. I don't know how long, but when I first started my plant journey, my little top cutting, which was not even that size of a leaf, but more like these baby leaves, was like $126 or something like that. It's crazy. But she's just beautiful. She's got my heart. So she's in no drainage. Something else that I did not video is I put this Michelle in no drainage also this week. So we'll see how that goes. I did a couple other things. Oh, I did remove I repotted this, the Tandarusa. I repotted her into a smaller pot. She was in this size of a pot, which is quite large. And I have no idea if it's gonna help or not, but I did find 9 corms. 9 corms she was pushing out. Let me show you. There they are. Oh, so I've got them in here. So we've got 9 Tandarusa corms. I have no idea how things are gonna go, but we'll see. You can't. I don't have much luck with Tandarusa, so I thought, why not keep the corms. Yeah. What else did I do? I repotted something else. The Tandarusa, I repotted. There's something else I repotted, but I'm at a blank right now. The other thing I got, I didn't get to show you this, was my silver torches. So this is the one I was showing you in the earlier video at Berns when I first saw it. These two were together, and when I repotted, I broke the two apart. I didn't break them, but obviously I got rid as much of the dirt on those plants as I could, which was a majority of it. And when I did that, I was able to separate those two, and I put the larger one in a 6-inch terracotta, and then I put this one in a 4-inch terracotta. Aren't they? I just love these plants. I love that white fuzzy. I'm sure this is probably going to be bright enough light for it, so it doesn't etiolate in the spring when it starts to grow, but I guess we'll find out. What? I know I repotted something else, but for the life of me, I can't think of what it was. It was the Michelle. It was my new Thai. It was this. And I know my one I did for my mom's plant, but I know there was something else that I did, but oh well, maybe I'll talk about it next time. So let's go see. I want to show you what mom's looks like. There she is. So as you see, I've got the macrame hanger, and she's shorter. I wouldn't say a whole, I probably cut off quite a bit, but as you can see here, here's my 12-inch pot that I bought and put her in. Inside here is the same mix I use in everything else. And that was, I'll put a clip in here about all from the root ball. Got as much out as I could. Now, I have to get it into that. Just a real quick picture of it, but I had to cut a good 2 inches of a root ball off. She was so root bound, it wasn't even funny. I was really afraid to do it, but I know plants can handle that kind of cutting because I've done it before. It was real nerve-wracking, but I love the way this looks. She doesn't get much light here. I mean, right now I haven't seen the sun in 3 days. So I may move this out to where my other hanging plants are just to get some more light. But yeah. I have all the cuttings. Actually, I'll show you. But I have all the cuttings. I'm rooting them, and and then I'm going to put them in here, like Mom used to do. That's how she got it so big and bushy. So, but yeah, I ended up putting leca at the bottom because I wanted to make sure she gets plenty of drainage. And then I have the tree fern fiber, peat moss, and a whole boatload of pumice in this mix. I added all my pumice that I had, not just for her, but for my other repots that I did. She probably doesn't need that kind of mix, but I would prefer her being in the same thing as everybody else. So it's just easier for me. Yeah. So there she is. So here's where I put my cuttings. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. I cut them in half. So there's multiples in here. I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to add a little bit more to the top of her, so that should be okay, I would think, but we'll see. I knew I'd do this. I figured out what I was missing. I brought another plant home from Mom's this week and repotted it, and it's a beautiful aloe. Let me flip you here. Look at that beauty. I remember being with Mom when she bought this. It was a lot smaller then. I think he's very happy being here with me. Unfortunately, he was left in her bathroom when she got really, really sick and just kind of shut in there. It was cold. It did have a light, but it was in, she had all her plants in water except for her hanging plants. And so I had to do some nipping of some of the underleaves. I'm keeping it moist because those roots are water roots. So this actually has water in it. I don't think you can probably see it, but the leca layer is filled with water. So yeah, I'm not sure what kind of aloe. I mean, it looks just like a plain variegated aloe to me, but if you know the name of this, let me know. I'd love to know. But I know she loved this plant, and I really felt like I wanted to bring this one home too. So it needs to be in a bigger pot, but not just yet. You see how wobbly it is? I just want to wait a little while before putting in anything bigger. So that's it, guys. Back to the outro. So that's it, guys. Yes. Oh, yes. He says, Mommy, where have you been? Where have you been? He says, yes, babies. So I think I'm going to wrap it here, guys. I think that this has been a lengthy, whatever this is. I have no idea what I'm going to call it, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you want more of this kind of stuff, just kind of free form plant vlog stuff. And if not, that's okay too. We'll just keep pumping videos out, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. And please comment. I love to hear from everybody. You make my day when you comment, and just knowing that you're there and you're enjoying the planty stuff that I'm doing and all the plants that I'm sharing with you. So have a wonderful rest of your year. This is gosh, I can't believe it. We're gonna be 2026 here soon, guys. Very soon. So have a happy new year. If I don't send out another video, I'm not sure if this one will go out before the new year, but either way, we're still in 2025 here, so I'm going to say Happy New Year. Bye.